Hello and welcome to episode 67 of my informative playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker, and we are just southwest of Tuskdale here, having looped all the way around, and we've just solved a particular quest, the Lost Child. We've located the Lost Child, who has now returned to his mother, and we're now going to head to Swamp Witch's hut, because we've got some mushrooms to turn in, and we also have a couple of tough combat encounters, one more so than the other. But we're going to complete these, one of which is the greater Enraged Owlbears, and one of which is some Hodags. And finally, this is the location where we find Lindsay's stolen printing press, which we're going to want to pick up. And you scare off some bandits, and then you need to remember to actually click on it, because if you simply go through the dialogue, that doesn't recover the printing press, and I once made that tragic choice, but you can see down here there's something going on which we want to investigate. So we'll come quite close. Then I think we're going to want Good Hope and
anything is possible.
Inspire Competence. So, yes, they've hijacked this shipment, but somehow one of the horses is dead, and the others are lost. And they've got no idea what this printing press actually is. That's them, caught red-handed. We'll show them what happens when you take someone else's things without... we'll teach them a lesson. So this is quite funny. They think that the printing press is an alchemical transmuter, and it's going to turn rocks into gold. It's going to make them rich. Well, is that a joke about the value of the printed word? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Jubilost, distraught at the lack of education among the local bandits. And yeah, basically this is why we wanted to buff up, just to make sure we could pass this intimidate check. Because it's quite fun just to scare them away. And yeah, so you have 10 heartbeats to disappear, go. And they recognise us as the Baroness. And yeah, not happy. And off they go. We get a little bit of experience for that. Now, as I was saying, we need to actually interact with it in order to ensure that it is claimed. So yep, just needs assembly. Lindsay exceptionally pleased. And this is quite funny from Jubilost. I think I could already offer you a book or two by the famous Jubilost Narthropple, and a few useful recommendations on organising book publishing. The second one is free. How generous of you, Jubilost. So Lindsay then asks us, well, what should I publish? And we can ask her what she'd like to print, and she just sort of tosses it back. You know, kind of wants advice. Remember, when you finally got your own printing press, Lindsay, what was your first printing again? I don't want to be ashamed of my answer. So, we can take we can spite Iravetti. We can suggest a book that a teacher would like to read, or we can, you know, take the rather nasty approach. And I'm going to pick this middle one. Choose something beautiful, a book that you wouldn't be ashamed to have your teacher read. And she quite likes that answer. It was teacher who showed me the beauty hidden in books. I think the best way to repay that kindness would be to do the same for others. Maybe that's the real main calling of a bard. Let's go. I'll send 4 horses to get the delivery and the rest of the way to the capital. Send the 4 horses to get this delivery the rest of the way to the capital. So we pick up quite a lot of experience from this. And of course we get a free printing house out of it, which we need to remember to locate in our capital as soon as possible.
Don't frighten me.
So next, we're just going to come up to this area here, which in a previous video I alluded to. These are the infamous Greater Enraged Owlbears. And we're a bit short on resources, and so this might not go as well as we hope. But we're going to
Style goes a long way.
take the buff heavy approach here.
Weapons, spells, poisons, the art of killing.
So mostly
These days, a shame one life is not enough to master them all.
mostly stuff on the cat, but you can see that we're lacking things like shield at this point. So let's Eagle Splendor, Fox's Cunning, and we don't need protection from arrows.
Here I am.
Yes,
See.
I'm still here.
So we'll take...
Adventures are exciting.
I mean, that should do it. This is pretty low. What have I missed off? Bark Skin,
Yes.
which we don't have. Well, we'll just wing it. Hopefully our crowd control
No
will
time for idling.
deal with
Adventures call
everything.
to them. Now you see me, now you don't.
There we go. So we take damage when we try and pass through there,
Skills are getting
because Amiri is not very good at those checks. So let's heal up, and we're going to just attempt
Full of wonder.
to confuse them
Lost in thought.
and throw out some skeletons there. So that's a nice roll of 6. I'm actually going to redo that confusion. Just come over here. That we want. Here we go. So hopefully they'll notice the skeletons. There we go. And we'll hit them with the confusion. And we can try and hit them with the slowing mud, but it's probably not going to do very much. Go.
Repent.
Bone Shatter there. Tube Lost, you've got no bombs left, but that's okay.
clever ploy.
Lindsay, now that you've cast that, we're going to want you to throw up a glitter dust.
This will
Oops,
hurt.
cancelled that. There we go. So yeah, they've all passed their slowing mud check, which I kind of expected them to. But we're going to throw out this confusion. Ooh, or not, because I'm casting sleep. There we go. They're confused. And now we can take the time to send them to sleep. Which is quite nice. Amiri, you come over here, because you can do something later.
You should have run.
Serves you right.
Harem, actually, we're going to need some more skeletons. Okay, 1, Griefed, Cat, forward, Alice, back. Let's take out that one, come in from this direction.
Ha! Primitives.
You deserved it.
And Harem, keep on going. That's the second one, Griefed. And I think we can probably get away without doing the last one.
We might be out of our story.
Strike!
And then
What a waste.
take out that one. So just so we can see what we had here. These were level 18 magical beasts. I've hit them with a lot of debuffs there. But this is strength 38, which is incredibly high. Really high constitution as well. Huge hit point pool. Poor AC, but they get a lot of attacks. And they've got pretty big range as well. So this is three attacks around to 26 to 36 damage. You really don't want to get hit by that. Hence or the crowd control. But we're now free to take down this last one. Because overwhelming grief renders them not paralyzed, so things that are immune to paralysis can be overwhelmingly griefed. It simply renders them unable to do anything, and they get a penalty.
My search was not in
And our reward is this dueling sword here. Swordsman's Passion, +2 agile dueling sword. Again, if you're a dex-based character, you can come in here and you can sneak around the owlbears and steal their stuff. And I believe you can actually just snipe them from area where they can't get to as well. So there are lots of ways to deal with it. But if you wanted the dueling sword early on, that's just some random scrolls, then you can
I'll share my
take
path.
the easy option. I was about to say the cheap option, but sneaking around is not a cheap option. I'd say maybe killing from outside the area is, but that's just how it goes. So we're just going to travel over this way to fight this encounter in this area, which is some Hodags, which are much less dangerous. Can't believe I'm doing this while fatigued and everything else. But, yeah, here we go. See whether we can make it through without.
Work.
Ouch.
Done with waste.
Quiet.
So-
I'm thinking.
the end draws
We're a
near.
little bit short on everything. Do not run that way, Jubilos.
Brilliant ideas.
Yes, I'm still here.
I'm listening.
A sweet smile, a gentle voice.
We're gonna have to
and
rest
kind words
after
will
this
help them
anyway.
in their hearts. And if that fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead.
Running out of
Is there
time on our
trouble?
spells, but let's.
What troubles you?
Yeah, not good timing because having Harim cast those 1 round per level spells too early. This is what we're looking for. You can see everything
They'll
distort.
do it the hard way.
That and let's
Will
just
they
close in.
ever learn?
That.
Lindsay. That's gonna hurt, isn't it?
Become as dust.
They go down!
Repent. Your life ebbs low.
Don't hold back!
Poor old. There we go. He's taking a bit of damage, but he's got damage reduction from angelic aspect, so we can see 19 reduced to 14, which is great because they don't count as evil creatures, so that will work just fine for us. And let's finish off the last one. We can't rage on Amiri because we're tired at the moment, but
This will
yeah, that happens.
Ouch.
So Harim, you've been hit, but that's
Stand down.
it's okay. Flap around with those wings. It's a shame they don't show up there. They are quite cool, but yeah, his crippling dexterity bonus is yeah, not much armor class.
My strength.
But our reward is nothing much apart from the pleasure of doing a nice
It's
encounter.
my time to shine.
This is leather arm +2, so yeah, not the most exciting, but
It's time
I
to
wrote
act.
it like I saw it.
what I didn't do is I didn't show their information, but they are just Venom Hodags, same as we fought outside the
I'll share my path.
village, the lizard folk village. So yeah, there's just more of them, and they tend to try and gank you. So yeah, okay. So we can offload our black rattle caps, which is quite nice. There we go, and she's very happy. And if we hadn't already, this would have unlocked her as a merchant. But you can see the reward here, 300 XP and 400 gold, is not worth making a special trip for this. If you got to a point where you had nothing else to do, absolutely nothing, maybe, but that's very rare to happen. So there we go. And that's basically this map cleared now, which is quite good. So we can move on to the
Dangers
next
don't frighten me.
setting, which is to do Amiri's companion quest, the second half of her first companion quest, which is to find another beast which she can face off against. And I'm going to try and do this without resting beforehand, just because I can. And what's a little forced march?
Hungry. When we stop.
So we need to head up here. Hodag Lair, a huge flesh-eating lizard and a danger to any living creature, humans included. Yes, that sounds like exactly the sort of thing that Amiri would like to kill. So I'm just going to... just so we can hopefully get this working. Just so she doesn't get exhausted by the time we
I decree
get there.
we set up camp.
Don't think it's particularly likely. But just in case, we'll seize this. There we go, +3 military. So yeah, you can see exhausted. There we go. Everyone really needs a nap after this, but we'll do it this way. Feel like pushing to the absolute limit. I should have sold off some stuff with the Old Beldame as well, but so many things to think about. Fortunately, that didn't put us over from light into
Time to
heavy.
get some rest, isn't it?
So we'll re-equip Mighty Fists, and we'll see about
Friendship lasts forever.
giving Amiri some protections.
My skills are absolute.
Last Barkskin, I believe.
You require my assistance?
Just letting the ink dry.
See, what else have we got? Heroism.
Yes?
Don't need protection from arrows.
I'll take care of it.
Whoops. Go with the endurance.
Patience.
Go with the strength. And we will rage her as well. Just for fun. Okay. We're gonna need...
Adventures call to them.
Where are you? Here we go. So what we'll do is we'll also add in... We don't actually have all that much more we need to add. This is as good as it gets. Really? There we go. Cat's Grace. And have we got full strength up? Yeah. That'll do.
We should
So-
anything is possible. A
Displacement,
simple smile goes a long way.
haste,
Grow to
and the
silver.
rarely used rage.
Here I am.
Here we go.
See.
So, bit of dialogue. Now I slice that lizard into tiny pieces. Watch out, don't get in my way. Everything alright? You want to go alone? You bet. Amiri thrusts her chest forward, anticipating a good fight. But I'll call you if I need you. Okay. To battle. There it is. I had intended to do something quite funny here.
I need a
because
challenge.
we can shoot it with a lightning bolt, but it's we need to rest before we're going to be able to use it. So yeah, right. Here we go. This Ferocious Hodag. It's only level 8. It's got rubbish AC, although not as bad as Amiri's. It's going to hit hard, but not that hard. It's only rolling at plus 13 damage, so we should be able to weather that. As she, hopefully in the concealment, will help there. Yeah, we got this. Or not. Yeah, there we go. Nothing a few buffs can't help. Ha! One more down! Amiri kicks the remains of the monster with her boot and thrusts her chest out proudly. Well, are you hurt, Amiri? Ha! Scratches. Got some new scars. And, okay. You don't have to prove anything to me. I already know you're brave and a skilled warrior. So, it's like her whole her whole arc, as far as it is, as much as it is just sort of, you know, trying to prove that she is, you know, the best at fighting and killing things as a barbarian. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. And she's just happy to have killed it. Anyway, congratulations. What now? Ready to move on? And, yeah, that is the end of that quest line. We have a little look here. Companion quests. Can now see. There we go. Ticked off. And if we just have a little look around at what we can find, just little bits.
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry one.
Success in skinning it. A whole 18 gold. Take the lighter things there. And this is a +2 Great Club, which is great.
You see that?
And Shard of Knight's Braces, which we really wanted to pick up, which is fantastic. I might have missed one of them somewhere. I hope not, because Jubilost is now completely unable to move. There we go. Grab all that, and there's one more thing down here. Herbs. Fantastic. Go herb picking, harem. Right, let's leave this place. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks about right. And for the Ring of Double Crosses, we should have 5. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll rest up. And then we're going to travel back to Verdant Chambers now that we are far more prepared, and with our whole party, just to clean up some stuff there. Since it's on our route home. Anyway.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Let's have a little camp. Right, we'll use rations, we'll save time. That all looks fine. Begin resting.
I often wonder that people cling to their false ideals. Whatever is familiar seems right to them. Everything new frightens them.
I'd agree with you, but then you just launch into another speech about Grotus.
There we go. We'll just come down here. Round here. Oh, let's try and avoid them. We don't want to fight. This way. And here we are. Now, as soon as we enter here, there'll be an ambush, which could possibly be very deadly. So we'll see what's going to happen. Because there is a Venus flytrap awaiting us, and we're going to land directly on top of it. Like, I mean directly, it'll be right there. So we're going to have to try and reposition. Fortunately, it's not as dangerous as the one we fought in the southeast. But, yes. Got initiative check of 15, so I want everybody to go over there and see who eats the attack of opportunity. There we go. Okay.
Become as dust.
So, what we'll do is we'll throw out some skeletons first before we engage. And we've got all our bombs back. So we can see that it's got acid resistance, but no fire resistance. So, we can basically burn it down.
My talents.
Lindsay, if you cast displacement on the... No, that's too dangerous. If you cast Good Hope on everyone. Alice, there's not much you can do here, apart from haste everyone. Or slow the enemy. There we go. And Jubilost, you can haste everyone. That should be. So it's been slowed. That's good. And we brought these burning arcs. Feels a bit cheap using direct damage, but go for it.
You offend me.
Okay, now we're just gonna finish it. There we go. Harem was hit, but fortunately we could do that quick enough that it wasn't an absolute disaster. So you can see, yeah, quite dangerous, but it's only level 13, whereas the previous one we fought was level 16. So that's the difference, so to speak. We've now got this owlbear who's really poorly positioned. We're going to try and lure it in our direction. You can't target it when it's there, but we've now got some big tools in the arsenal, so we should just be able to paralyze it. There we go, and hack it down. To Amiri going off, going rogue. So there we go, and it was just a regular owlbear, not a greater enraged super owlbear. So yeah, it's got plus 23 to hit, but you know its strength quite a bit lower than our greater enraged ones. So yes, far more capable of dealing with that in a group.
Share my path.
There we go. Let's take its pelt. And you can see that there's red caps.
How cute! The world is full of wonder.
How's that cat doing for health? It's been hit, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Heal you, don't worry, kitty.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Yaha.
What troubles
Done
you?
with waiting.
Whoops. Come on, everyone. There it is.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Nasty, nasty red caps with their damage reduction. Not much can deal with an alchemist bomb to the face, though. So we do that. Now we can go in here. This is. Let's pick up what we missed. These are just regular sides, I believe, not masterwork ones, so there's no point in taking them. We can go in here, and there's a trap that lies across the front that's really difficult to spot and even harder to identify. So if you came here with a party where you just need a little bit more XP, it might be worth save scumming this. Now, when I was planning out this route, I tried this a few times at this level, and at no point did I spot it, except once. I think I attempted it 4 times and spotted it once. So yeah, let's see. It's perception based. So what we can do is we can boost Harem's perception slightly, and we can boost Amiri's perception in the hope that we might
Just
spot it.
letting the ink dry.
Could probably boost the cat's perception too, but there it is. Okay, who spotted it? Jubilost with a roll of 19, which only just met the DC. Okay, so now the thing to do would be to try and disarm it. We can boost up a little bit
I wrote it like I saw it.
and see what we can do.
Anything else?
Ah, there we go. So you can see there, 1,440. That's a big chunk of XP, and she rolled an 18, which is pretty good. So yeah, thanks, Lindsay. Oh, but
This is my time to shine.
as we get up here, we try and open this door, and there's nothing we can do. It is locked tight, and as one might expect, we come back to this area later in the game. Now, there's not much else to do, apart from we're going to visit our South Nalmarch's house? Why did I say that? South Nalmarch's village, to turn over our 3 bits of Onslaught. Jambarts, Gauntlets, and Cuirass. I believe that's just a red caps, little bits and pieces, so yep. Just double check there was nothing over here that we might spot in a perception check. No. So, off we go. So the bits of Onslaught, that's Dragon's companion, not companion quest, artisan
The
quest.
dangers don't
So the
frighten
faster, I mean we've delayed a little bit in doing them anyway, but it's always good to do them quite fast, meaning that you get the benefits of them sooner as well. Just as in the same way, it's good to claim regions, because then you get your artisans early, and then your artisans start giving you stuff which you then sell for cash, which you can then use to upgrade your city, your town, your villages, meaning you can get ahead. I saw it basically referred to as, you know, those that start ahead stay ahead, and those that don't fall foul of the whole thing.
Master,
How's our? We're
thanks.
still there. Still okay. So, we can claim this, and this is really nice because this is arcane, which is something that we want to be leveling up, and it's pretty tough to get up at this stage. So we'll take that, and then we will travel along here, and hopefully we won't get pushed into medium encumbrance. There we go. And now there's a... See, what I should have done is I should have sold stuff to the Old Beldame, but I didn't because I forgot. So, but we can do it here instead, and we can check on our artisans and get a chunk of XP as well.
I decree we set
Time
up
to get
camp.
some rest, isn't it?
Yes, these generic traders. There we go. Offer all that stuff. And we don't need hide armor. There. So in fact, you should probably put that back on. Stripped him of his armor. And we will sell a couple more things. We don't need a Dark +2 because we got a Dark +3. We don't need a Frost Battle Axe. We'll hang on to that Great Club. We'll sell the Dueling Sword. We'll sell the Trident. And I'll hang on to Troll Reaper. There we go. Nice chunk of gold. We're getting quite high now. So, let's just travel over here. Dragn. And hand over the parts of our set that we have collected for him. So, I've recovered your grandfather's armor. You can take it. And, yeah. Dragn smiles happily, but freezes as he sees the armor. Oh, damn. Kurgan, you scoundrel. Ruined perfectly good armor. Gather he couldn't find a buyer for the whole thing, so he decided to sell it off piece by piece. Ugh. That'll be a lot of repairs. It'll take forever. And that's it. There. We just gotta let him get on with it and level up our kingdom in all sorts of other ways. Right, so I'm going to call the video there. In the next video, we're going to do a little bit of kingdom management, because we've basically completed as much expedition as I had intended to complete. And we've done it in good time. And that leaves us with, if we have a little look here, 104 days. Minus what it'll take us to get back. So that's yeah, 100 days minus 14, because it always kicks in early. So yeah, enough time to do considerable upgrading and get our artisans set up. So there we go. Right, see you in the next video.